Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys today about the Paleolithic art. So the Paleolithic period is it's pretty much like a stone period, like a Stone Age period, which was approximately millions of years ago. But the art didn't come. The existence of the art, the Paleolithic art, didn't exist until about 40,000 years ago. So there are two main types of the arts. Actually, only two types of art back then. It's either the portable arts or the permanent ones. Like the portable ones are like you guys are seeing here. They're the stone carvings or the clay mold, like the clays. So people then they carve stones, usually into shapes of animals or people, or sometimes they make weapons, but that's in the tools part. But sometimes that becomes like like a sculpture too. But mostly it's just the animals and people. And the other type of art is the permanent ones, which are the cave paintings. So the cavemen, they make the paint pigment using I believe they use fruits and mostly fruits and like more organic pigments, and they mix them together to use to paint on walls. And usually about 90% of the time they painted things that depict their life, their everyday life, or their hunting life. So they would mostly paint people or animals, like as you can see here. Animal, and I believe those are people or birds. And this is another example of a man. So all these were painted roughly around sorry, trying to catch myself. Painted roughly around like 40,000 years ago. Yeah. So they were all from the same time period, because I try to find like the information source that like contains like various pictures of these from the same time period. And this is another example of a caveman stencil. So they chew the pigment in their mouth and they put their hand onto it and spit it onto their hand. And another really interesting thing is that a lot of the times these cave people, they're living in caves that are really dark. So, and sometimes they didn't even have lights in there. So a lot of people question them about how they painted the animals, like how did they see the animals, how did they know what they look like and everything. And then there'd be like a scientific experiment that proves that people back then, they actually they're probably the first people that actually freestyle something. So they pretty much just drew it off the top of their head from what they saw outside. Because a lot of the times, like half the time of their lives, like in the winters, they can't go out, so they have to go really deep into the caves to hide out from the cold and everything. So they can't come out to like see animals. So a lot of the times they have to draw from their head from what they saw. And there's another thing which I couldn't find a good picture of, but it's like it's also cave painting, but it's like an abstract pattern. So that's another thing that they paint apart from humans and animals, like the abstract shapes and patterns. And there's also been a scientific proof that those patterns are seen because they're seen by those people because they've been in the dark for so long. That it's like when you close your eyes for too long and then you start seeing, when you close your eyes for too long and then you start seeing patterns and stuff, like moving patterns and stuff. Yeah, that's what happened to them because they were in the dark for so long, and then I think they saw it and then they depicted it and they painted it up to the wall, just to show. I wish I had some pictures, but I couldn't find like good pictures that show it. I don't know why. Yeah.
It's not it?
Yeah.